Have you ever looked up at the sky and seen a lonely cloud drifting far away from the others? Ever wondered if it had a story? Well, let me tell you one. It's the story of Nimbus, a little cloud who got lost, and Ilara, the shepherdess who tends to the flock of the sky. In a world painted with endless blue, high above the mountains and seas, lived Ilara, the cloud shepherd. Her hair was the color of the dawn, and her eyes held the twinkle of the evening's first star. Every morning, she would guide her flock of fluffy white clouds across the vast expanse of the sky. Her staff, carved from a fallen moonbeam, glowed with a soft, gentle light, and her voice was as soothing as a summer breeze. Her flock was her family. There was Cumulus, big and boisterous, always trying to look like a dragon. There was Stratus, quiet and thoughtful, who loved to stretch out like a long, soft blanket. And then there was Nimbus. Nimbus was the smallest of the flock, a wisp of a cloud, curious and full of dreams. He wasn't content just to drift. He wanted to see everything. He'd ask Ilara endless questions. "Ilara, what's below the green blanket?" He'd whisper, pointing to the forests. "And what are those shiny ribbons?" He'd ask about the rivers. Ilara would smile and answer each question with patience. "The world below is full of wonders, little one," she'd say. "But a cloud's place is in the sky, painting pictures for the world to see." One afternoon, a mischievous gust of wind, a real troublemaker named Zephyr, zipped through the flock. While the other clouds huddled together, Nimbus, always the adventurer, saw his chance. He thought, "I'll just take a quick peek over that mountain ridge and be right back." He let Zephyr's playful gust carry him away, giggling as he spun and twirled, farther and farther from the others. He soared over jagged peaks he'd only seen from a distance, and watched an eagle fly so close he could almost touch its feathers. It was exhilarating. But when the wind finally calmed, Nimbus looked around. The familiar shapes of his family were gone. The sky, which had always felt like a safe and open playground, now seemed vast and empty. He was alone. Fear, cold and heavy, began to seep into his fluffy form. He tried to call out, but his voice was just a faint whisper, lost in the endless blue. Below, the world that had seemed so exciting now looked immense and intimidating. He was a lost sheep in an endless meadow of sky. Back with the flock, the sun began to set, painting the sky in fiery shades of orange and pink. Ilara was counting her clouds, a nightly ritual. 1, 2, 3, ... she counted, her voice soft. When she got to the end, her heart skipped a beat. She counted again, slower this time. One was missing, Nimbus. A knot of worry tightened in her chest. She scanned the horizon, her star-bright eyes searching every corner of the twilight sky, but he was nowhere to be seen. The other clouds huddled closer, sensing her distress. Cumulus stopped pretending to be a dragon, and Stratus wrapped a comforting layer around her shoulders. Ilara knew she couldn't rest. A shepherd never abandons one of their flock. "Stay here and stay together," she told the others, her voice firm but gentle. "I will find him." With her moonbeam staff held high, casting a beacon of light into the growing darkness, she set off. She called his name, her voice echoing across the valleys and canyons of the air. "Nimbus, little one, where are you?" Her call was carried by the evening winds, a hopeful melody against the quiet hum of the night. She followed the path of the mischievous Zephyr, asking every passing breeze and every twinkling star if they had seen a small, curious cloud. Meanwhile, Nimbus drifted aimlessly. As night fell, he grew heavier with unshed rain, which were really his own tears of regret and loneliness. The world below went dark, dotted with tiny, man-made stars in the towns and villages. He missed the warmth of the flock, Ilara's stories, and even Cumulus's silly shapes. He had wanted an adventure, but all he wanted now was to be home. Just as he was about to give up hope and dissolve into a lonely shower, he saw it. A soft, pulsing light in the distance. It was faint at first, but it grew stronger, a steady, loving glow cutting through the darkness. It was Ilara's staff. Hope surged through him. He gathered all his strength and drifted towards the light as fast as his little cloud body could manage. Elara! He cried, his voice a little stronger now. He saw her silhouette against the starry sky, her hair flowing like a silver river. She heard him. Her face lit up with a smile that outshone all the stars in the sky. She rushed towards him, her arms open wide. "Oh, Nimbus, I was so worried," she exclaimed, wrapping him in a gentle, warm embrace. Nimbus snuggled into her, feeling safe for the first time in hours. "I'm sorry," he whispered, his form trembling. "I just wanted to see. I won't ever wander off again." Elara held him close. "The world is indeed a wondrous place, little one," she said softly. "But the greatest wonder is having a family to share it with. Adventure is wonderful, but belonging is everything." She gently guided him back towards the waiting flock. When they returned, the other clouds swirled around Nimbus in a joyful reunion. Cumulus made his happiest shape yet a giant, puffy heart. Stratus gave him a soft, comforting hug. The long night was over. As the first rays of dawn touched the sky, the flock was whole again, drifting peacefully together. Nimbus stayed close to Elara, no longer feeling the need to wander. He had learned that the best view in the world wasn't from over the next mountain, but from right beside the ones you love. And sometimes, the biggest adventures lead you right back to where you belong. So next time you see a group of clouds sailing across the sky, look closely. You might just see a shepherdess with dawn-colored hair, a staff made from a moonbeam, and a tiny cloud nestles safely in the heart of the flock, happy to be home. Thank you so much for journeying with us through the clouds today. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tales from our wondrous world. Let us know in the comments what shapes you've seen in the clouds. Until next time, keep looking up.